Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This is the SportsBeat KC podcast. I am your host, Sam Mellinger, here with the talent, Terez Paylor. Say hello,
right.
Terez.
That's right. The talent. I like
All right. We are here after the Chiefs beat the Bills in what I think was their most impressive win of the season. They did it in typical fashion, coming from behind with lots of Alex Smith deep passes. And what the heck was that? Where did where did all that come from?
well, we really hadn't seen that happen really in any way since they've gotten here. I mean, a little bit, honestly, in 2013. They did a little of it, but I mean, hey, I think it's a good indication of where these guys could possibly go. It's something that's long overdue. You got a weapon like Macklin, single coverage. Get him the ball.
Yeah.
No help over the top. Get him the football, all right? Throw the deep pass. Unleash it. Unchuck. Just chuck it.
Unchuck?
Chuck. No, you want to chuck.
You want to chuck, yes.
Because unchucking would be what they've done the last 2 years.
That would be throwing sideways.
Yeah, the horizontal offense.
Yes,
we've seen that.
We have seen that.
Yeah, no, it's going up top. Make use of the weapon, and it's good that they've done that.
So I am of the opinion, like me watching that game yesterday, like I said, I think it was their best game of the year, the most impressive win. What it did for me was take me from believing that they could make the playoffs to believing that they should make the playoffs, that they will make the playoffs. But I still don't think that they're a threat to advance in the playoffs. I think maybe they can win one game depending on the right matchup of the wild card game. But I mean, did this change anything for you?
I think it's a team that can win the wild card game. I think they'll win in the wild card round.
You think they will?
I think they can. I think they can. I think they can win in the wild card round. And then when they get to that divisional round, though, they're going to face a good team there, and they'll be on the road. And if everybody's healthy, again, like to win on the road in the NFL in the playoffs, what you need is, let's face it, you need a good defense, and you need to be able to control the ball and not turn the ball over. That's how you win on the road in the NFL. Yeah. That's how they're winning games now. So, like, theoretically they could do it, but, this is a team that doesn't have a whole lot of playoff chops here. And to make a run in this league, you do kind of need to have that. How many times do you see teams, they get to the playoffs and they lose and they build on that the next year, and it's a process, right? The Chiefs have lost that one game. That's why I think they could maybe win a game. But asking for a whole lot more than that's probably unrealistic, especially with the holes that they still have.
Yeah, it seems like, to me, a lot of it, like this is the NFL every year, it seems like, but there's like a few, I don't know what the exact number is. It's at least two, and it's probably no more than 4 or 5, legitimately good teams.
Right.
And then, probably 2, 3, 4 legitimately terrible teams. Mm-hmm. And then the Chiefs are one of the other, what's that leave, 24, 25 teams. So, yeah, I mean, it all depends on matchups, right? Like if they play the Broncos, it would be a much different Broncos team than they played either at Arrowhead or in Denver.
Sure.
But I think that, and each game is its own thing, right? And the season opener was a long time ago, but if it's the Texans, I think that's a game that they can win. The Colts would be an interesting matchup, but there's such a difference between the team that you play in that wild card game, and then we saw what the Bengals did to them.
Yeah,
the Patriots
would do that too. I mean, even if they won that wild card game, asking them to go, into Cincinnati or go into New England the next week, come on, I mean, you never know in this league. That's the beauty of it. Football is great like that. The cliche any given Sunday is true. But that's tough. That's a tough ask. Yeah. I think honestly a positive step is just winning a playoff game. People here haven't. You said that. You said that like a lifelong Kansas Cityan. That's the key. Like you do that. That's a positive step.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be happy with that?
Right.
Like, that's a positive step. Take it.
Last playoff win is old enough to legally drink and is probably drunk at the moment. Actually. All right. So what? So for me, you've talked a lot about this too, probably more than anybody else, actually, about when you're 1-5, like that's time to pack it in and everything. So like now that they're 6-5, is the most impressive thing about them? Is it that they were able to rally at that point, or is it more of a football thing to you?
I think it's that. I think it's. I thought you did a good job covering this in your column, and I covered this a little in my Eric Berry story last week. this is a team that's close. And if there's that extra component there, it's a little harder to quit on each other.
Uh-huh.
A lot of times in this league, you're competing with other guys even at the same position. And you don't really get close with guys. I mean, it's a business.
Yeah.
Even now, like, pro football's a business, dude. Like, when you go up in there in that stadium on Sunday and you drop in your hundreds of dollars, that's a business. That's what it's about. That cash, that green, that's what it's about, period, it's fun to think like these teams care about you and stuff. And, it's a business. They're trying to make money. That's what it is. But within that business, sometimes players on teams really like each other and they bond and that kind of stuff. And, I'm not acting like, this is Shangri-La or something. But, there are a lot of guys in the locker room that do like each other. And I will say that I do think that this is a good room with a lot of the locker rooms. Got a lot of I believe there's a lot of good souls in there. I talk with those guys daily. I actually do believe that. So I think if you have that with the necessary amount of edge that you got to have in a room, right, and that's something they'd lacked up until this year, I think if you have that with enough edge, that's a good thing. And I think they've kind of gotten there, and that's how they've been able to come back.
Yeah, I totally so it's weird because a lot of these guys, Tamba and Derek Johnson are the two most obvious that have been around on a lot of teams that have quit.
Yeah.
I mean, just flat out quit.
Big time.
And now they're on a team that hasn't. And to me, I buy into that. I mean, that story that you referenced about Eric Berry where, Justin Houston is flying to Georgia and, Eric's mom thinks it's just because Justin's going home to see his own family, but it turns out he's just going to see Eric.
He's going to see his boy. I mean,
cares about his friend and all that. I think that stuff is real. I think that the friendship between Justin Houston and Tamba is real.
That's real too.
I think the professionalism that Derek Johnson shows all the time is real. I think that another thing that you've written about a few different times, I think, is the edge, the competitiveness, the fire of Jeremy Maclin. I think that's real. It is. There are some things that have kind of saved that season, but if we focus on the football, like, are you of the mind that it's the defense is what's going to have to win if they are going to win a play, if they're going to make the playoffs, first of all, because they're far from in it. I know they'd be the 5 seed right now, but the margin between the 5 seed and the 7
is not over yet. I mean, there's a real ground here,
even with the tiebreakers. Yeah,
right.
So to go at least, we think 4-1, right? To get to 10-6 and make the playoffs, maybe you get in at 9-7, maybe. But it's the defense, right? It's the defense and continuing to not turn
take
the ball
care
over.
of the football and run the ball. And hey, now Spencer Ware running the football up the middle. There's a decisiveness and a violence and a power to the way he runs. That one cut upfield, like, I'm gonna run you over, like that's valuable.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy's a good blocker too.
Mm-hmm.
He can catch the ball a little. And I think we kind of saw, like, he does have his limitations now. He was cut for a reason in a way. Here's a guy who can play in this league, but he does have limitations. The stuff that went to the outside, they tracked him down pretty easily.
Right.
I think there was a swing pass out there he caught, but it was like, hey, this is an inside the tackles cat. Let's you go downfield, man block, gap block, double team at the point of attack to the second level. You can do stuff with this guy because he's got such a good burst at the line of scrimmage and power at the second level. This guy can do stuff. There's a real they might have some with this guy. He's a pretty good looking back.
Two things stuck out to me about Spencer Ware, especially yesterday. The first was they were doing that against a tough team.
Buffalo.
That's a team that prides itself on being tough. And the other thing was, and look, by no means am I saying that, that Spencer Ware is even close to as good as Jamal Charles. I'm not saying anywhere close, but
hey, repeat that again.
Not anywhere close.
Because people tend to forget now. They're like, hey, there's been stuff. Hey, should we trade Jamal? No, you shouldn't trade Jamal Charles. Is outstanding.
Yes.
He's still elite, and knowing his work ethic, he'll probably come back next year and still be elite.
Yes.
But go ahead.
Okay, so when you replace Jamal Charles with Sharkanjic West, and I like West game.
I like him too. I think him and Ware complement each other.
But he is, in a lot of ways, sort of, the Jamal Charles JV running back, which a lot of people are. That's not an insult to West. Spencer Ware does one thing better than Jamal Charles, right? Like, I mean, Jamal is tough. Jamal is nails. He can run between the guards, not just the tackles. But he doesn't run with that violence. I think that's something different that Ware can bring.
He doesn't run with the violence, but he is an effective inside runner.
He is.
Still.
He's tough. He's
tough as hell. That's why you should not trade Jamal Charles.
No.
Just for anybody who's got any clever ideas, like, no, you don't do it. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no.
Do you get those?
There's stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, should we entertain? No, you should not entertain anything regarding get it. And Spencer Ware's got a chance to be a very helpful. I like him and West together. Mm-hmm. I think those two give you two separate things because West is an outside guy. Mm-hmm. He can give. He runs okay inside too, but West can give you some of that outside stuff. Ware might not give you. I think, and they can both catch the ball, and they're both willing blockers. So my point is, you can rotate them in pretty good and not really lose much. I've been impressed with their play, and I've been really impressed with the attitude they've played with up front. Jeff Allen's been a revelation in the sense that the toughness this guy shows. Ankle injury out there, he's playing. He played through that. He was gimpy the whole time, but when the play was going on, he was fighting through it. Mm-hmm. And then remember there was some extracurricular activity going on. Remember a bill yesterday hit Alex Smith late. It was a cheap hit. I think it was Jerry Hughes, right?
Yep.
I saw Jeff. They didn't show this on TV. Jeff Allen walked over to him, got in his face, and said something to him. Mm-hmm. I didn't see any of that last year or the year before from anybody. Mm-hmm. People like, I know, like, the kind of smart ass way to look at it is, okay, what does that matter? You're still playing. No, it matters because it's an attitude. Teams will push you around in this league. It's a league full of bullies. Yeah. It is. Can't let people do it. And you've noticed, I don't think teams are doing it as much as they used to after they stood up for themselves against the Broncos and even last, the Lions. Like, this stuff matters.
There was a game, too. Which one was it where West was, like, in the bottom of a pile. Somebody twisted his knee.
Right,
yeah,
and Fish went over
Fish,
there. Like, that matters, dude.
Yeah. And Eric Fisher's been on this team for, this is his third year, right? And I don't want to short the guy, but I don't remember him doing anything like that.
I didn't see anything like that from him
before.
Either. Or anyone else.
Yeah.
Or anyone else. Ja Reed, that penalty he got against the Broncos.
Yeah.
Like, that stuff is important, man.
Yeah. And I don't think you mentioned Jeff Allen, and I think he's a really good person to bring up in this too, because it's not a coincidence, right? The season turned and the offensive line started playing a hell of a lot better when they made that switch, and they were kind of forced to after. It's unfortunate, but Donald Stevens, the forced fumble on West, but that's not a coincidence. I think Jeff Allen can play. The offensive line is still limited, but this is their best offensive line, the one that they started, the one that they have been starting with.
It is, and it's a line that, quite frankly, can still get better now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be some tackles on the market probably this offseason, this free agency. They need to explore that. Like, there needs to be some exploration of a right tackle. Mm-hmm. Like, they need to seriously consider about spending money on a guy. Like, honestly, if Joe Thomas comes available, you need to explore that and do what you need to do with Fish, because Fish can play right tackle. Like, we've seen that. If he's, he can do it. He can be fine over there. Right? If this team is still like a good, like if this line was good, ass kicking up front good, the ceiling for this team goes up. That's what they need.
Yeah.
That's what they need.
Well, some of that is what you're talking about now is what the 49ers had with Alex Smith.
Right.
They had
was a winning
great
formula.
Offensive line.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And Vernon Davis was a playmaking tight end.
This team has a better receiver than they did in Macklin.
Yes.
Macklin's in his prime. He's a joy to watch. Macklin's outstanding. Macklin's the best receiver Smith has had, And if those two can find a way to get in a rhythm, you got something there.
Yeah.
Because Macklin's only 27, I think. He's going to be in his prime for another few more years.
Yeah.
And he's really giving them that attitude of, it's not just the speed or the hands or anything. He's a complete player for them and someone teams have to worry about.
Yeah.
And if you want to double Travis Kelce, okay, go up top to Mac.
Yeah.
And that's what happened yesterday.
We talked a little bit about Eric Berry a couple minutes ago, but it was mostly in the sort of the context of what he went through in the offseason, Justin Houston, all that. But as a football player, I think he's playing as well as he ever has. And I don't think that's an overstatement. That play that he made in San Diego that Andy Reid said was ninja-esque, which I thought was such a great description because that's exactly what it was. At the beginning of the year, I thought maybe a half a step off, just maybe a sliver. Still a very good player, but just a little bit off. Sort of like Derek Johnson, I think, has gotten his speed back. What do you see with Barry?
Eric's still a guy that he looks faster than he did a year ago.
He does.
Maybe even 2 years ago.
Yeah.
This is Pro Bowl Barry speed. This is the guy they drafted now that could cover a little bit, that could range, that could play with some this was and I guess I'm the body language guru or whatever, but this was awesome. I think there was a play yesterday. I can't remember who got the ball. McCoy. He either caught the ball out of the backfield or he ran to the sideline, and Barry laid a lick on him. And Barry just immediately pops up and starts talking to him, and he's talking to him the whole way back to the huddle. And I'm just like, hey, Eric Berry's back, because he seeing him play with that kind of. Kind of having fun and talking. That's how you know Eric Berry is back. And look, Eric Berry's still got areas he can improve too now.
Sure.
I believe he's only 25 or 26. And he's still training his eyes against the pass. He can be a tad slow to diagnose things, especially in coverage.
Yeah.
But Eric has always been pretty good coming up and making plays against the run, or coming up and sniffing out stuff. And he's always kind of done his best work against the box, in the box or around the box.
Yeah.
And sniffing around the box.
He's much better against the run and making the tackle than he is in coverage. But I also think that, I don't know, I guess you could look at this one of two ways. He was a star coming out, like a high draft pick, left college early, all that. Started, I think he made the Pro Bowl as a rookie, right?
Yeah, 3 of his first 5 years.
And so he's always been a guy that's been looked at as a stud, which means, of course, that there's, you pick things apart, and
Sure,
you can do that
with
any player. But I do think that he's, even if you leave off the intangibles and all that, I just think as a pure football player, he's is good. I don't know. You'd have to go back and look at the tape maybe of 2 years ago, or.
I think he's better. I think he
does look faster.
I think he's playing better than he did.
He looks swifter, more agile. It's
certainly
weird.
Last year and maybe in 2013.
It's weird.
He made a lot of plays in 2013 though, but he also got beat a lot in 2013 sometimes too, especially in coverage against tight ends. He looks faster now, more fluid. It's crazy.
All right. So in the extended edition of 3 and Out that we did yesterday,
18.
Me, Blair, and Vahe were all sheep and picked 10-6. You stood out from the crowd and said 9-7. Is that, if you didn't make that 9-7 prediction before the year, would you think 9-7 right now?
Yeah. Here's the thing with those predictions. I don't have to tell you this.
You're always wrong.
Yeah, it's just, so you're just better off just sticking with what you originally believed, because you always go up and you go down.
Yep.
It's a 9-7, 10-16.
Yep.
It is what it is. I think you can safely assume one loss is going to come along the way.
Yeah.
It's just asking a lot to say they're going to go, 5-0 the rest of the way,
right?
Or even 4-1. That's a great run in the NFL.
Yep.
Even against the schedule as bad as this, that's a great run.
Even if it doesn't come on the tail of a 5-0 run.
Yeah,
if it was just 4-1.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I think 3-2 is a safe bet. That's probably the floor, and I'm comfortable picking the floor with the willingness that it could be 10-6 or 11-5, and that's fine. That could totally happen.
But it sounds like if you think they're a playoff team or no?
I think at this point, because all these are AFC teams coming up too, so they'll have tiebreakers, and beating Buffalo was huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's a team that's in the mix. They beat the Steelers. They got tiebreakers over teams they're going to need them against. I think we're looking toward an early January road test.
Yep,
it's going to be an early January road test.
All right,
and we're going to be in Indianapolis, perhaps, which would be fun, or Denver.
It's going to be cold.
Would be fun too,
somewhere. But all right, so they're not going to win the division. We can get rid of that, right? Especially after with the Broncos,
right.
Them winning. So they would be the 5 or the 6, which means they would play, like you said, on the road, either at Denver,
Houston,
at Houston, or at Indianapolis. Those 3 teams.
Mm-hmm.
each of those would be on the road, obviously. Which of those, if any, would you pick the Chiefs to win? Do you think if that game was happening this weekend?
I'd pick them to beat the Colts. I'd pick them to beat the Texans. And I think they could beat Osweiler too.
Do you?
Yeah,
that's the one. I think they'd beat the other two, but I don't.
I mean, I think they can. I think they can get to that guy. I know he looked good, but we'll see. That's the thing, man. It's not out of question, though. You got to admit that. It's certainly not out of question.
The line would be small. And I do think that there's something to the idea that we're doing this right now on whatever it is, November 29th or November 30th or whatever. This playoff game would be January 9th or 10th. That's a long time. Tape gets scrutinized and weaknesses get exposed. So the Brock Osweiler that they'd face is not the Brock Osweiler that's doing what he's doing now. So.
And they did face Osweiler a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I mean, there's confidence there. Yeah. And if they got Bailey, they got Howard, they got their full complement of guys, Houston, that offensive line, they can get after that cat.
Yeah. So you're saying, and if we keep doing this podcast each week, we'll probably talk about this 4 more times or 5 more times or whatever. But you're saying any of their wild card opponents, you are picking the first Chiefs playoff win in 22 years.
I'm saying right now, you asked me about if they played this weekend, if I would pick them to win. I would. I'll pick them to win against any 3 right now this weekend, if they played this weekend. Teams change. This league is up, down, all over the place. But they keep playing this well. They can win that first game. Confidence matters in this league, and all those teams are vulnerable.
Yeah.
All of them, even Denver.
Chiefs are too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You think they'll win this weekend?
Ooh.
Or do you want to save it for the Sunday newspaper?
I need to do more research on Oakland. I need to look at their past games like I always do and figure out kind of what the status of their team is. But I do know they didn't look. I heard they didn't look great against the Titans. Based on the stuff I read. So
Titans are rotten.
Yeah,
and they lost right to the Vikings and Lions.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
No, the Lions are.
And the Bears? That's not good.
No.
Who loses to the Bears?
Oakland's going to bring it in this game, though.
Right?
Oakland will bring it in. You know that doesn't matter. I mean, any given Sunday in this league, right? Yeah. So Oakland's going to play their best game, I think. I mean, this is important for them. They're 5-6. They want to keep their playoff hopes alive. They need to win, too.
Yep.
And they know this team. Del Rio's a good coach, dude. Defensively, he's a good defensive coach, man. They're going to bring it. Like, this is going to be a tough, competitive game. It's going to be close. I'm not sure what my prediction would be yet, though.
I'll say this. I think the idea of watching Sean Smith and Marcus Peters against Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree is as much as I've looked forward to individual matchups in a Chiefs game in a long time.
And Lord help that crowd if Peters makes a play. Oh, my God. Peters returning home to Oakland.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like,
if he does a pick six, who was it? Was it, gosh dang it. Who was the guy that had the pick six into the black hole and, threw the ball at the black hole? Do you remember this?
I don't know, but I love it.
It was a few years back. Was it Brandon Flowers? Or no. He did a pick six, put the ball on the ground, put his foot on top of the ball, and just went flex into the black hole. It was the greatest thing in the world. Marcus Peters, if he gets a pick six into the black hole, will make that look like handing the ball to the referee.
Peters might break his neck doing the Merton Hanks chicken bobblehead thing. He might break his neck doing it.
God, I need to see this.
I know.
This would be great.
Well, don't think Sean isn't going to be into it either. Like, after what happened this past week against Watkins,
sure.
If Smith, the first pass intended for him, if he breaks it up, I mean, the incompletion sign's coming back out. Like,
even if it goes 5 yards over whoever he's covering's head,
and he's going to do he's going to keep sprinting on it, too. Oh, man. The Chiefs' corners are fun to watch, man. Those guys get after it a little bit.
They play with attitude, talented dudes.
Yeah.
All right, man. Anything else?
I got nothing, my man. I'd encourage all you guys to read our coverage. It's pretty damn good, I'd say. And I thought, we got a winning team. So winning team here. I think you want to stay abreast of what's happening with them.
That's right.
And,
how can they do that?
Got to go to kansascity.com.
What else?
And you got to follow me on Twitter.
What else?
Terez. Hold on now.
Okay, sorry.
All right. You got to follow me. You like that? You like that? You like that? All right. Terez Paylor Twitter. You got to follow Sam Mellinger. No, it's just Mellinger. At Mellinger. You got rid of. I like how you changed it though. That was good. It was Smellinger.
No,
it was Smellinger at one point.
No,
don't. Yes, it was. I remember this. What? When you first got on Twitter, it was S. Mellinger. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And you changed it.
I don't think this is true.
I think it's true.
I have no idea how to fact check this.
I don't either. I don't know. I didn't just make it up.
There's not a lot of us Mellingers, so the thing was open.
No, I don't know, man. I think it was definitely an adjustment you made. Oh well, you don't remember making it, but I do. But
all right.
But that's it. Oh, Blair Kirkhoff as well, at Blair Kirkhoff. And then we've got this wonderful Red Zone app, which is outstanding. And I know a lot of you guys downloaded that Royals app now. You're embarrassing me now. I need you to download this Red Zone thing. This is the best way to get your Chiefs news. God, I'm a company man.
You are.
Good God. That's all right, though. I've been in Kansas City 9 years. Download the Red Zone app, guys. It's good stuff. It's free, too. You got to love that. Chiefs news for free. Come on now.
It's great. All right.
Mellinger, less of a company guy than I am.
I just said it was great. And you just, completely did every promotion that, what am I going to do now?
It's great.
Yeah. All right. Stay warm, everybody. Thanks for listening, and we will talk to you later.